I love me some technology.
Every goddamn time.
Every fucking time.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Hello everyone, welcome to the Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And this is episode 26. We haven't done this in a while. One, a lot. And some toes. Some stuff we want to go over. A lot of TV stuff because of all the new the renewals and the cancellations and stuff like that kind of want to happened. And then a bunch of trailers and stuff will happen, and we got caught up on some shows. So we'll probably do a lot of TV stuff, but we still have movies and cons that we're going to talk about because, you know, we talk about all that shit.
Right.
Because we like to.
Right.
We are 8 days. 8 days. Wait, 8 days till Phoenix Comic Con. And we're super excited. I'm super excited. I'm about to explode. And it's true. It's true.
It's true.
And so we wanted to, tell everybody again, you can come by and see us on Friday. We will have shirts that we will be wearing to identify ourselves with the logo, and then it's got our contact information in the back. So I'm sure we'll get in trouble for them. We'll give it a shot as long as we can. But we'll be wearing those. Stop by and say hi. Take a picture with us and tag us and get it. And then we have a group of these bags. So I'll put it up here so you can see it again with our logo and all of our contact information. They're pretty deep. We'll have a handful of these to give out. We're actually giving away the bags, and then I have this box of stuff with shit and books and cart stuff. We'll throw them in the bags, and we'll share our wealth with the common folk,
with the people.
We would like to see as many of you as we can at Phoenix Comic Con. Please stop by, say hi. We're going to try to be taking a bunch of pictures and stuff of people and stuff. We'll be taking videos. And then the week after the con, we'll do a big con wrap-up show and kind of get ready into the rest of the summer. So are you excited?
Yes, now that most of my costumes are here. They appeared on the doorstep today.
We are one piece short, and that's my coat that's being made for me. I'm gonna have to get on Kimmy. Kimmy, I'm sorry. I'm gonna message you later. Where's my coat? Not freaking out yet. Other con news for Phoenix Comic Con. Min-Ya Wen, who plays Agent May, I believe that's how you say her name, plays Agent May on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., unfortunately had to cancel. This one was not for a scheduling conflict or that she has another job. She has to have knee surgery, and so her limping around the con.
Yeah, probably
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's actually had it. I know she had her video was on crutches.
Yeah, she was on crutches at the Guardians of the Galaxy premiere, but I don't know if she'd had the surgery yet or they were going to hold off. But we'll talk about it later about why maybe she did that. But unfortunate as we are to miss out on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. members, we got a pretty nice makeup. Karen Gillan from Guardians of the Galaxy and Doctor Who is going to be here as a replacement for some of the guys who haven't been able to who had to cancel for whatever reasons. So we get Amelia Pond, not Rory Pond. Rory Pond. Right.
Had to. Well, it's Rory Pond.
It's Rory Pond. The doctor calls him Rory Pond. The Ponds. But yeah, unfortunately they had to cancel for Arthur Duvall. But Karen Gillan, that's a pretty good get. That's a pretty good get with like 2 weeks left to go.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they make another announcement. They got some time slots that are that still need to be filling.
Yeah, so. And they talked about that they would try to get somebody to fill the spot. So
whatever they can do, it's awesome that they are continually trying to fill everything as much as possible. They're still announcing like little side panels. I got messages the other day on the app, which is totally worth the download, by the way, for new panels being announced. So even though that's not special guest ones, but there's been a couple that come up, and I'm like, hey, I think I want to go to that.
We're gonna be so busy.
We're gonna be so busy. I'll just duct tape the GoPro to my chest and walk around for 3 days. On a Comic-Con news, but for San Diego Comic-Con, the big boy of them all, Zachary Levi posted this week that unfortunately they're not going to be able to do Nerd HQ this year. No real details of why, other than he talked about how they did everything they could, exhausted every avenue they could to get it to happen, and it's just not going to happen this year. This is the 6th or 7th year or something, I think, somewhere around there that they've done, and they live stream everything, and that's one of my more favorite parts of the con is actually watching Nerd HQ, because it's like 150 people, super intimate panels, and they get everybody, and they always have a mystery panel, so just like whoever shows up. They were raising money for Smiles for Smiles for the kids with hair lips in Africa and stuff. Really sad, but I'm sure Zachary's gonna land on his feet.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he'll have other things that he can do at the con.
I think I read he's gonna host the after show thing, like David Arquette. Not David Arquette. Yeah, the guy who played Lego Batman.
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett. There we go. Will Arnett. He hosted it last year. I think Zachary's going to host it this year. So there you go. Last Friday, we were one of the 5 people. Okay, we were 2 of the 5 people that went and saw King Arthur: The Way of the Sword. It was a $175 million movie directed by Guy Ritchie, Charlie Hunnam, a bunch of people that we really like. And we went and saw it, and apparently no one else did.
There wasn't many people in our theater.
No, it was like $14 million for an opening weekend for that movie. So sad. But we are going to do a review. So what did you think?
I liked it. I had a good time. I mean, it's not, first of all, it's a Guy Ritchie movie.
Right.
So if you don't get Guy Ritchie movies like Snatched and
even the Sherlock ones.
Yeah, I mean they were better, as far as like you didn't have to kind of, I don't know,
get the
jokes and stuff. Yeah. But I and it's not a period piece. I mean, by no sense of no. They mentioned Uther, or Eric Bana plays Uther in the beginning, and Arthur, and they pull the sword from the stone, and that's about it for any of the actual.
They talk about Merlin for like a hot second.
They talk about him, but
Morgaine for a hot second, and that's about it. But everything else is it's Guy Ritchie's interpretation of King Arthur, and for me, I thought that was a great idea. There's been 1,001 different King Arthur stories out there, including Disney's with the frickin' lion, and so why not have a kind of a different take, a unique take on it? And I loved all the magic in it. I loved the action sequences in it. I think maybe they ran out of CGI money towards the end. They kind of hit some stuff with stuff flying by the in front of the camera between you and the fighting, but I really liked it. I thought it was fun. I don't understand why nobody went and saw the critics. It was like 5% on Rotten Tomatoes for a minute.
The critics panned it, and I think because we were kind of like when we saw the commercials for it, the trailers, with the handheld, Charlie Hunnam with the handheld running down the alley or whatever. That was kind of like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it didn't. A couple other people said this too. It really didn't detract like they thought it was going to.
It made sense for the scene.
Yeah.
The scene that they used that from the trailer, it actually made sense to have that camera angle for that scene.
Yeah.
Because they were cutting back and I'm not gonna put the spoiler thing up, whatever. But they were cutting back and forth from their individual running away scene to a pan over
Overhead.
the city and showing them how they're tracking them and stuff like that. So it was a really kind of cool contrast between the eagle eye view and the one-on-one view, and that was really kind of, I thought that was a really kind of a unique way of doing that. I go see it. Does it have to be in a theater? I really wish you would, because I want people like Guy Ritchie to be able to make these kind of movies in the future.
Yeah.
To have unique takes and to go for them. So Charlie Hunnam was actually really, really good in it.
Yeah, and a couple people, I mean, I thought he was really good, and then a couple people kind of validated that in their reviews, that they thought this was one of his better performances. And then there was a couple of cameos.
Yes, there was one was Guy Ritchie. I'll tell you that Guy Ritchie, I think, he had like one word line or something like that. There's another one. Should I say it? No, I'm not gonna say it. But it's not who you think it would be, and not in the position in which you think he would be. I said he, so there you go. It's a guy, but his face is all scarred up, and he's English. You can start kind of do the math. But
a couple of people behind us were like, psst, and he's like,
hey. Our theater was really weird. The previews were weird. Anyways, it was just a really strange theater. It was very light, and there was very little talking during the trailers, and then there was a lot of talking during the movie, which is like kind of opposite than some of the movies we've seen recently.
Yeah.
You could probably talk me into seeing Aliens Covenant. I keep going back and forth. I'm gonna have bad nightmares, but we're going to see Wonder Woman. Tickets are bought for the 3rd or the 4th or something. It comes out on the 2nd, but so we're going to see it whatever the Sunday is.
Yeah, the Sunday.
So go see it. Please go see it and support good movies. Fuck the critics. Are we critics?
No.
Okay. Right.
It's good. It's a good popcorn movie. You won't feel like you wasted your money like you did on
If you went and saw Kong, I got my Kong shirt on. You went and saw Kong. It's that kind of style of movie. Yeah. So just go have fun. God, not every movie has to be Citizen Kane, for fuck's sake. Speaking of Citizen Kane, the Citizen Kane of comic book movies, Logan, came out today on DVD. It's probably been out on digital, whatever.
Digital for a while, maybe.
But we're actually going to get it, and we'll do a full review of the DVD next week, because we're going to watch it over the weekend, and we can actually spend some proper time with it. But we wanted to make sure that everybody knew that that's coming out. That came out today. And then also that came out today was War for the Planet of the Apes had their last trailer. We just watched it before the show tonight. I'm pretty excited. I need to catch up on the other one still.
Yeah. I liked the first two.
I liked the first one. I just haven't seen the second one. But this has been the last trailer. They've done a really good job of not really showing anything other than it's humans versus apes.
Yeah. And
maybe some of the motivation was kind of talked about in this one, but
yeah. I mean, if you've seen the other two, you understand what the motivation is. Yeah. Humans are assholes, and apes just want to live.
So we're rooting for the apes.
Yep.
So weird.
Pretty much.
So last couple of Mondays we've had they're calling them Mummy Mondays, and they're like little 5-minute featurettes of the new movie coming up, and the first one was about the mummy itself and Sofia Vergara. No, I cannot remember her name, but it was about her and her character and everything. And then this last one was last Monday, which was yesterday. And this one was on Dr. Jekyll, and played by Russell Crowe. And so there's an interview with Russell Crowe, and they're showing some stuff from the set and everything. I think they're kind of cool, but I'm getting nervous.
I after we watched it yesterday, I said I've now seen the whole movie.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any reason to go to the movie now.
That's why I'm nervous.
Yeah. They have been promoting the crap out of this movie. So
although the only thing I really seen new was Jekyll kind of starting to change into Hyde in this last one. Everything else that we've seen has been pretty close to the original trailer.
I thought there was a lot of extra stuff in this one. Well, and they divulged the fact that Russell Crowe is Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah, they haven't really said that in the trailer so far, but
yeah.
So it's one of my favorite trailers this year. Was the first full size one? So I
we'll
see it.
We'll go see it. We'll go see it.
Oh,
and we'll see if we've seen the whole movie or not.
Yeah. Okay. So that's about it for the movies. We did a Doctor Who review for the last episode, which was called
Oxygen.
See, she got a cue this time. It's up on the YouTube channel. We'll tag it at the end of the episode. We're really happy with this episode. Probably the best episode of the year. Anyways, we watched the trailer for The Gifted. It's the new X-Men show on Fox. We just watched it again before the show started.
Which means that it'll be canceled after half a season. 9 episodes.
When we watched it the first time on Sunday or whatever it was, I turned to her and I says, I've seen this show. It's called Heroes.
Yeah.
It's about a guy who hunts mutants to keep them safe.
And his child is
a mutant who is a blonde girl, very pretty and petite, and then he becomes overprotective of the... I've seen this show. It's Heroes.
Yeah.
I'm still interested.
It looks good. It looks like they're throwing a lot of money into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've got another X-Men TV show. I mean, I guess they're trying to do what Marvel has done. I don't know.
Well, they got Legion, which is coming back for another season.
Yeah, so what channel is Legion on? Is it on Fox too?
That is FX.
Yeah, so that's a little weird too, that they're...
Yeah, I don't know. I really liked Legion. I'm pretty sure you liked Legion too.
I did.
And this looks interesting. The problem is there's 865,000 shows on right now, and trying to keep up with all of that and all the movies, and oh, by the way, we have jobs and other things that we do, like have kids and stuff. So trying to keep up on everything is a pain in the ass, which is why we're binge watching all of Flash till the end of the season right now. And we'll work on Arrow, and then we'll work on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And so one of the things we did do this weekend was Alan Tudyk is coming to Phoenix Comic Con, and he does this little show called Con Man. And it was crowdfunded. It was the highest. They made the most money crowdfunding ever. And they want to do 3 episodes, and they ended up doing 12. And then they did a app game on your phone, which we play all the goddamn time now, where you make little cons and you have stuff going on. And then they have a comic book. I was gonna get my Spectrum comic book out, which is based off the fictional show that's inside the fictional show. And
the fictional show is very much like Firefly.
Yeah,
and now they're trying to make a movie.
Yeah. So we watched the Con Man season 2. We got Comic-Con HQ because of this and because of the other one we're going to talk about in a minute. Watched the second season. Yeah, was it good?
Yeah, it was. I mean, you said when it was over that you didn't think it was quite as good as the first one.
Yeah.
And I agree. I don't know. We've watched the first one a bunch, so maybe we need to watch this one a bunch. But and it was it was funny because we do play the game a lot.
Yeah.
And there were things that people in the show, regulars in the show, say in the game that they didn't say in the show.
In the first season.
In the first season, right. And it didn't make a whole lot of sense. And now they say them in this season. So we're like, oh, that's what that means.
Makes so much sense. Black turtles!
Black turtles! What does that mean? Now I understand what black turtles means.
They do a stage play of Mice and Men.
A musical.
I'm With Stupid. And it's got Lou Ferrigno in it. And it's just, it's there's parts that are super, super funny that I was like, oh my God, I'm going to cry laughing. And then there's some kind of very close to home serious stuff that Alan writes the show, and he was kind of working his way through it. And there's, I'm going to put this up. It's been out a while, but, spoilers. Okay, whatever. But there's a scene at the end where he's like, I'm done being on this stupid panel and being in this show and doing all this stuff, and I finally got a real role to be this doctor lawyer cop or whatever, and I'm gonna be in a real I'm gonna be on a real show. I'm gonna do this real thing, and I can't do it because I can't do the Spectrum movie because it starts filming at the same time. And he drops the mic and walks off, and one of the girls is like, "What if we just change the dates of filming for Spectrum?" And so he gets back on stage and crawls his way back to the fandom. Okay, whatever I said before, I'm sorry, and kind of, which is like, I'm sure he's wanted to do that a couple of times, just doing Firefly only panels, and now he's in the Star Wars universe, which is just so funny. That was very profound to me. So I guess it was a good season, but it was kind of. I liked it. We'll watch it again.
Oh yeah.
One of the other original shows that's on Comic-Con HQ is called Mark Hamill's Pop Culture Quest.
Every time he said it, I was like, Quest. All right.
So we started our little pop culture page in October, and Mark Hamill's Pop Culture Quest started like the first week in November, and I'm like, because I totally should have was like,
it's like free advertising.
Kind of free advertising. The Pop Culture Quest is actually Mark Hamill going and learning about people's collections, whatever it was. Star Wars figures,
Cars.
They
did one on movie Cars.
They did one on movie props. The guy who has all the movie props and stuff, and just different stuff. They're like little 17-minute episodes or whatever. Way awesome. Not only is Mark Hamill in the Star Wars universe, and he plays the Joker on the Batman series, and he's done a bunch of voiceover work. He is a comic book nerd, and he talks about it in the show about being a comic book nerd, and he really like digs this stuff. And the coolest episode was the one, the guy who's got all the second guy who has all the prop stuff. And he brings out this case and sets it on the table. And he says, "I have something I want to show you." And he opens up the case, and it's Luke Skywalker's lightsaber handle from Return of the Jedi. And Mark's like, "Oh, this is a really cool replica." He's like, "No, it's the one from the movie." And Mark's like, "Well, I haven't seen this since we did Return of the Jedi." And so he got to hold it and stuff, and it was just like, oh my god. That and the I'll Shoot Your Eye Out Boba Fett's prototypes were pretty cool too.
Yeah.
And that's just not because I'm a Star Wars fan, but there's just the rarity of those kind of pieces that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do a second season.
Okay.
So, and Nerd HQ might be worth the keep because they'll do live streams from San Diego.
Yeah, we'll keep it for a little while. See.
So it's $5 a month. So, and it's like a streaming service. So there's a bunch of stuff on there, including
Charlotte's Web.
The original Charlotte's Web, which my wife's like, "Is that the original Charlotte's Web?" And I'm like, maybe.
From 1973. I went and saw it as a small child in the movie theater. I won tickets. It's the only thing I've ever won in my entire life. Okay.
You won me.
Yes, I won you.
Yay.
I didn't win you.
Oh,
like I didn't do anything. I actually colored and sent it in, and I caught you.
Trapped me or
hey.
Something. Don't have kids. That's a whole nother story for a different podcast. And then there's the whole TV bloodbath that is this time of the year. So if you're on CW and you're not in the Arrowverse, Supernatural, or iZombie, you're out. So all those have been picked up again. Gotham got picked up for 4th season. We have that to binge watch. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got picked up for 5th season, which is a big deal because they've been struggling this season.
And it was a while. They had already announced several shows coming back, and they still hadn't announced Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, and they're moving that to Fridays. And they're going to connect it to the Inhumans show. So Inhumans will be the first thing, and then...
Isn't Fridays where shows go to die?
Yes, but they're putting so much money into Inhumans, they need some kind of connective...
all right.
Draw the audience and put the two Marvel shows together on Fridays. It's not Fox where they absolutely kill shows on Fridays. However, Hawaii Five-0 got picked up for the 186th season.
Who watches the show?
And they've been on Fridays for the whole freaking time.
That's true.
So we watched the first 3 seasons or 4 seasons, and then they just kind of repetitive, and then it's still on. Kind of like Law and Order.
Yes.
Very much like or
CSI,
NCIS, whatever. And then Big Bang Theory got picked up for the 11th season.
Of course.
And then like a bunch of other things got picked up. You know, the stuff that we don't watch. Once Upon a Time and what's the Sherlock and Holmes show? Sherlock Holmes. I can't remember what it's called. And a bunch of those got picked up. But Frequency. No, not Frequency. Timeless. That was it. Timeless got canceled. And then the internet exploded. And the fans revolted. And then they came back and I think it's on NBC said, you know what? We're going to do another season of Timeless. So it's uncanceled. So I'm not really sure how that worked.
You're that actor. You get the phone call. You're canceled.
Oh.
You're all sad. You know, like have your buddies come over. You're all drinking. Oh, and then you get and you're uncanceled.
3 days later, we're like, wait, we
what? That doesn't happen.
We had an epiphany. Some of the shows that did get canceled, which I thought were kind of a big deal, was Conviction. It was Haley Atwell's show. She played Agent Carter on the Agent Carter show. It didn't even make it to the end of the first season before they axed it.
Yeah, I don't think they... I think that's one of those throwaway shows they never really expected.
And it really sucks because she's really cool.
Yeah.
Scream Queens got axed after 2 seasons, which I found like weird because 2 years ago at San Diego Comic-Con, you couldn't see any advertising or anything, pictures, anything without some kind of Scream Queen thing, you know, a billboard or a poster or a freaking con bag or shirts, or they talked to they were everywhere 2 years ago at Comic-Con, and now they're gone. Out. See ya. Fuck you. Powerless was an Alan Tudyk show where it's within the DC universe. He was like Batman's cousin or uncle or something like that.
And we kept meaning to watch that and never did.
I think it made it like 5 episodes before I got axed.
Is that why?
Yeah, right. And so, and I think it was on Thursdays when we're not home, so it was like it was something funky and weird. And finally, Duck Dynasty can go the fuck home. I'm not going to be political on this. This is about fun and pop culture and stuff like that. I was done with that show. Well, they went 11 seasons. So 12 years ago, I was done with this show. I have no idea why some shows make it and other shows don't. It's my same rant about the Emoji Movie that I did the trailer action for earlier. That movie got made, but you can't fucking do a decent movie somewhere else. But Duck Dynasty was on. Now I know Duck Dynasty was on for 11 seasons because their overhead on the show was like $5.
Right.
And they made money off of everything, and freaking pops and underwear and towels and posters and shirts, and I mean they made so much money off that show. But fuck you, it's off. So that's what we have this week. A lot of TV stuff. What did you guys think of King? Hi, I'm done. What do you think about King Arthur? Go see it. Come see us at Phoenix Comic-Con. Come by, say hi, and let us know what you guys are thinking of the show. You can get a hold of us at the Pop Culture Cult. You can get a hold of us on Facebook. You can get a hold of us at the Pop Culture Cult 1 on Instagram. And we're at pop_cult1 on the Twitters. Like this video, comment, share. Let us know what you guys are thinking. And if you like, right here is a subscription button, and right there, what did I say we were going to put on there? Doctor Who review.
Oxygen. Oxygen.
There you go. And until next time, I'll be able to speak better. Good night now.